guys, how are you? The spiritual Barbii. This is the daily reading. Alright, for 5/20/2020, Wednesday. Okay, how are you guys feeling today? Have we done our work? Have we looked within? Okay, we have the winged wise ones for you guys. Angelic help, miraculous aid. Don't worry, you have angelic help in whatever the situation is that you find yourself in today. I feel as though some of you guys have some inner conflict or some external conflict that is triggering some inner conflict, or vice versa, whichever one you believe. And you just need to know that you have winged wise ones on your side that are helping you, aiding you in your journey. So don't worry, alright? So this is the oracle energy for this person, or what you need to know about this person, advice towards the connection. Alright. Spirit's saying a lot now. Okay, go off, Spirit. Alright. Oh snap, did you see that? So noisy. Like I thought it was a quarantine. Alright, so let's read for our winged wise friends. Okay, it's number 34. Allies, always allies and never challengers. The winged wise ones represent the aid of all the angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere prayers will be answered according to the will of the divine. This also represents divine intervention and the potential of miracles to heal and transform, as if by magic. Have faith, whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. The winged wise ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered on the wind. These are translated within you as inspired thought, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. Be aware of the higher consciousness in you. This is a good time to observe your thoughts through meditation. Who is observing thoughts? That self is kin to the winged wise ones, who have come to help you soar. The winged ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered on the wind. These are translated within you as inspired thought, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. So pay attention to your thoughts today. You know, come in contact with yourself. That's definitely been a theme over the past few days. So get close to yourself, okay? Some of us are too disconnected from ourselves and from our thoughts, and are wondering, you know, not why things aren't happening. I feel like whenever you desire something, it's already on its way to you. I feel like, you know, no matter what it is that you like, no matter what it is that you want, it's only your limiting belief that separates you a lot of times. And sometimes it's just, you just have to give things time for things to come to you. But I feel like whatever you desire, it desires you as well, you know? Especially if it's a true desire. But even when it's not a true desire, it still desires you, you know? But maybe sometimes it'll come to you and it'll teach you something. But it still desires you. And I think that is they're reminding us of that today. Okay, our spirit guides and the universe and all whatnot, reminding us of that today. I mean, you need to come close to yourself. I keep saying that. I've been saying that. I'm going to keep on saying that. Come closer to yourself. Sit with your thoughts. Meditate. Meditation is your friend. Okay. So, I'm going to start on your side. Oh my god. Okay. So cold. I'm going to start on your side, you guys. And then I'll move on to the other person's side today. So let's have a look at what's your energy for today. What's going on with you today, you guys? We're creating, okay? We're focused on our creation. There are things that we are desiring today, or things that we have been desiring, right? And we're moving towards our goals of manifesting said things. Beautiful. You're in a great place. You're wanting to manifest and you're moving towards your manifestations. You're putting an effort towards your goals and your dreams. But like a lot of you guys, you're doing this in a mental way. You're not really working towards it in the way that you think you are. You're doing it in a emotional and mental way, in an energetic way. But you're on your way. I don't know. I feel like maybe some of you guys are kind of feeling like you're not really close to what you want, or you're not really getting what you desire. But what you need to realize is that you are. Like, you're just doing the energetic work. Okay? We're also undergoing a transformation. I feel like Spirit is very heavily in your life today. Very, very much. Very, very much in your life. Okay. How nice. Okay, so whatever it is that you're trying to create. Okay, so my spirit guide wants to come through. So whatever it is that you're trying to create, dear ones, it's already on its way to you. There needs to be a death that takes place. There needs to be things that go so that this can come in. You need to let go of certain aspects of yourself and transform in order for this to come in. I'm hearing especially for Libra and Gemini, as well as Scorpio and Pisces, Cancer as well. There is a strong need to let go of certain things. I'm also hearing check where those things are on your chart, because check where Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, check where they are in your chart, what houses they fall in, because that will tell you what is transforming, what houses are transforming. So many of us are undergoing very intense, severe transformations that are hitting multiple houses at once. And so your energy levels could feel drained. Make sure you rest. Sleep is your friend. Outdoors is your friend. Go outside after you're done watching this reading, or right now while you're watching it. Go outside, put your foot in the ground. Put your bare feet in the ground and lay on the soil. Lay in the grass. It will help to heal you and give you energy, because your energy levels are being drained, essentially. But it's for a purpose. So I hope you got the signs. Libra, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Wherever they are in your chart, you're undergoing a transformation. You need your sleep. That's why there's a quarantine. So, you're also very focused on your relationship. If you're in a relationship, it's going great. But I feel like your main attention is on yourself, which is good, which is why your relationship is going great. Because you're putting your attention on yourself. Or you're just not really focusing your attention on anything. I feel like you're too tired to do any of that stuff today. Which is good, because I don't think that if you focused your attention on anything today, it would be beneficial at all. So I just channeled that. I felt like a spirit guide wanted to come through, and I just wanted to let them come through, because obviously this is kind of happening to all of us, right? So my energy levels are kind of, I'm happy. I'm not sad today, but I have to recognize that my energy levels are not exactly all the way up there. So I just let them speak through me. Okay, so we're going through a transformation. Don't give up. Don't have fear. Stop being afraid. Okay, don't have fear. You're going through it whether you like it or not, but you're gonna like it. It's impacting areas in your life, things in your life that have been subpar, that haven't made you happy anyways. It's going to heal that, right? And I feel like there's areas in your life in which you've been juggling. I don't think you like this energy of juggling, though. Whatever this is, this could be feeling like you're juggling your finances around. You're juggling your career. You know, feeling like you're up and down with how you feel about certain people in your life. They're leaving your life, okay? You're allowing peace into your life. It's happening, okay? Death here, it is happening. Queen of Cups reversed. I do feel like some of you guys are putting an end to depression, because there are people around you and circumstances around you that feed depression, and we're getting rid of it, okay? It's gone. I feel like you needed to hear that. Like, it's gone, so don't worry about it. Just forget about it. I know you're all in your head about it, but just forget about it. They're gone. Consider them gone, okay? It's I feel like this is such a, it's not a heavy time. It's just such a, you don't know what you're stepping into. It's not like you're going to recognize this terrain, but you're going to be really happy. This is one of those deaths that the hardest part of it is letting go. The best part of it is starting anew. The best part of it is what comes after the horse passes, or after the death energy. The hardest part of it, you're going through it right now, so you don't have to worry. I feel like people are afraid of the death card, and that's pretty silly. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Some of you guys are very spiritually advanced. Stop denying your gifts and stop being afraid of what lies in the dark. Stop being afraid of the moon energy. Stop being afraid. Stop. Okay. So, yeah, your love life is going great. I feel like you're very happy with your connection. The communication could be a little better, right? Taking action could be a little better. But you know what? I think you've seen worse days, and ultimately this connection is also transforming in itself, because you're transforming. So this person can't deal with you the same way they used to deal with you, right? They can't show up the way they used to, because you're changing. Death is everywhere. Death is everywhere. If you're afraid of death, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna die. So don't be afraid of it. You're gonna die, so why are you afraid of something that's you're gonna be? You know, like, I mean, it makes sense, but when you really deconstruct that fear, you realize that it's pointless and it's disempowering. I'm so itchy, you guys. I don't know what's with me. All right. This King Cups energy, this is a person. This is a connection. This is a relationship, right? It's either long-standing or it's pretty new. Doesn't matter. It's going great. It's going great. But I don't know why they're bringing it up. Why are they showing it to us now? I think you're also making a judgment about it today, and you're focused on making judgments that will allow the situation to run smoother. I think a lot of you guys, like yesterday, we talked about you no longer valuing connections that are pointless, connections that are materialistic anymore. Look at all these kings, right? King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands. These characters have been showing up consistently, right? I think you're valuing more someone who is more in their heart space than someone who is passionate, someone who is controlling, someone who is honest or who's blunt. I think you're valuing more, do they love me or do they not love me? In the King of Cups, he's love in action. So it's not like, oh, he loves me, but he just, no, he actually shows that he loves you and he does things because he loves you, okay? And you're valuing that more. You're placing more of a weight on it, more of an importance on it, more than anything else. But ultimately, I feel like you're really not caring anymore, and I feel like you're creating in your energy sphere, right? Because you're heavily creating. Today you are so manifesting shit, but you're manifesting things that I don't think you'll see till later. You're not manifesting something you'll see tomorrow. You're manifesting something that you'll see, months down the line, years down the line. And I feel like this sort of connection, you're manifesting it. So whether you have this person in your life already or you don't yet have this person in your life, it doesn't matter, because when they come into your life, it'll be exactly as you manifested it. I think a lot of you guys, if you're not with this person yet, you're lucky that you're not with this person, because it means that when they come to you, they'll come in like a nice packaged form. Okay, so we're making a judgment about what we want long term in a connection. And I feel like for those of you guys who are already in a relationship, you're deconstructing this relationship. You're tearing down what doesn't work anymore, or with the help of the universe, you're having the strength to tear down what doesn't work anymore, so you can build up something new that you really actually want. This is nice energy, right? I feel like, you're definitely going to feel this in a nice way, or you're definitely feeling this in a very nice way, but it's not on your mind. It's not the main thing on your mind right now. The main thing on your mind is the transformation that you're going through. And it's not even necessarily like it's on your mind. It's like it's just more important to you right now. More important than your relationship. For a lot of you guys, it's what you're going through. And that's why I feel like your relationship is taking an upward turn, because this person's attention is a lot more focused on you than it was before. Okay. So when it comes to your connection, your energy is the Hanged Man, or when it comes to your person, your energy is the Hanged Man. They're saying it has to do a lot more with this card here, right? So we'll understand it better when we open up this energy down here. But your connection, right? You're feeling, I think you're just surrendering. I think you're really just surrendering to whatever it is that's going on, because it's exhausting to hold on to something if it's not exactly what you want it to be, right? The Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you're just surrendering to it. I think you're more focused on self-love. And you're feeling that love. I think for a lot of you guys, if you're in a connection, it's going great. It's a happy connection. There's only love that you feel. Because I think you've healed a lot of your woes, like your issues, like a lot of past pain. You've let a lot of that stuff go, and you see your power, you see your quality, you see who you really are. So you're not really gonna be trying to like manifest this. I don't think your attention is on this. I completely feel like when it comes to your connection, you're just like, okay, whatever it is it is. You don't, if you used to wake up in the morning and think about this person first thing in the morning, you're not waking up in the morning and thinking about this person first thing. I mean, not because you hate them, but because you've got so much more going on in your life than just this person. You're surrendering. You're in a place of allowing. And this is when beautiful things happen. You manifest. When you step into the Hangman energy, that's when you're starting to pull in manifestation. So it's just you're manifesting it right now. So you're kind of just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. You're in a good space. I don't need to talk very much about this. I feel like we're going to talk more about it in this side. I feel like this person's energy is, they have a lot more attention on this connection than you do. So why am I going to spend a lot of time on your connection or on your side than on their side? I feel like what's going on with you is you're going through a transformation. Allow the angels to help you. Some of you guys will, some of you guys won't. You have to meditate. I don't know. If you're saying, I'm anxious, I'm this, and you don't sit down and fucking meditate, then Stop talking about how anxious you are. You don't care that you're anxious. Because if you cared that you were anxious and you cared about how you felt, you would meditate. It's so easy. Close your eyes and breathe for 10 minutes. And you'll feel a lot better over the coming days. Write down how you're feeling on a piece of paper. Ask yourself how you feel. And if it's on the surface, write it down. That's it. It's not that serious. It is serious, but it's not that complicated. Just fucking meditate in the morning. Okay? So I think a lot of people like that are not on this channel anymore, so thank God. Thank you, Jesus. But you know, I think a lot of people now that I'm connecting with, which I love, yes, you're in this energy where you're manifesting, you're going through a transformation, you're undergoing a death. And death energy, it's very heavy. It's very time consuming. It's very energetically draining. But not in a negative way. You just are more demure, you're more to yourself. You really don't feel like you need to explain yourself. You don't have the energy to explain yourself. You just don't care, you know? It's just one of those things where it's over. When someone dies, right? And we've accepted that they died and we went to the funeral, we can't bring them back to life. And so there's an energy of just acceptance that I feel like you're processing. You're at the point of acceptance that such and such or X, Y, and Z needs to go. And it's going. And that's okay. So whatever this is that you're going through, it's not like something that's going to shock you. It's something that you already know you're going through and you have accepted that that's what it is. And you're actually kind of happy that this is what it is because you are tired of whatever this is. Okay. So, what is this person experiencing today? What are they going through? What's their energy today? The King of Wands reversed. They're feeling a lack of energy, lethargy, drained. They definitely need to rest, this person. Sometimes the King of Wands energy can manifest as a control freak, someone who is very controlling and manipulative. But I think in this case, this person is exhausted. This person is exhausted. They could be exhausted with work, overly focused on work and wondering why it's not going anywhere. If you're overly focused on something and your energy is the King of Wands reversed, you should really take a nap. You should really take a vacation. Because this person, their energy is, they're either a wilting flower or they're a psychopath. The King of Wands reversed can be a psychopath. And this is just their energy towards their day. This is just what's going on with them. They feel passion to do something. They feel enthralled to take an action in some direction for some of you guys, especially towards you. But they're not taking that action because they're letting their fears get the best of them. Queen of Swords. They're not taking action. And I feel like also their perception, it's because their perception's a little off. I'm going to put these cards back and I'm going to shuffle a little more on this person. Two of Swords. They're really in their head and they're really like, I don't know, like they care too much about what other people think. They're second guessing themselves too much. This is just really unattractive. They're second guessing themselves too much. They're like letting other people's opinions get in their head and it's just not an attractive energy. They're not in an attractive space. They're a mess. I don't know how else I need to like explain this. They're kind of a mess today. They're a mess. Okay, there's habits that they need to walk away from that they're afraid to. It simply comes out of fear. They're afraid to walk away from certain ways of being, habits, patterns, stuff like that. That they're ultimately going to have to walk away. Oh, shit. That they're ultimately going to have to walk away from, you know? But they're kind of gripping on to a way of being that doesn't serve them. But I don't think you're even noticing this. I feel like you're very focused on yourself. They need healing, and that's why this is manifesting in them. They could be kind of all over the place and just feeling exceptionally susceptible to everything that's happening around them and to the people around them. And it's just heightened because they need healing in regards to that area of their life. And this could be happening in their career, but I feel like it's impacting your relationship. right? This person really needs to stop caring what people think. It's completely dulling their sparkle. Whatever. But yeah, I feel like this person is healing. They need some healing. And they are... I feel like this King of Wands reverse energy, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of stupid. Like, I feel like this and I feel like... whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get this information out there. But I feel like this energy is really stupid. I feel like it would just be... It's so much easier to just listen to yourself and to just close your eyes and meditate. Like, I think this is dumb, because if you just meditated in the morning, you would have so many less problems, you know? Like, the fact that some solutions are so easy and they're so available, they're so closely available, I honestly cannot sympathize with something like this, because it's stupid. Close your eyes in the morning, breathe in and out for 10 minutes, and you won't feel this way. You won't feel this way. It happens so quickly. It can even start working that day. And choose to feel good. Like, anytime care about how you feel. If you're feeling sad or depressed or upset or anxious, tune into that. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Or just like, tune into it. Ask yourself why. Care. Because then you won't look like this guy. His energy is so dumb today. It's like, you don't have to fucking feel like that at all. Like, I'm not trying to be like a bitch, but I really don't care how I come across anymore. I genuinely don't give a fuck. I mean, I really don't. Sometimes I'm nice, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm, happy, sometimes I'm not happy. Sometimes I'm stressed, sometimes I'm not stressed out. And that's natural. But I feel like this energy here... There are times that I look at this card and I pick up an energy of someone who is a psychopath. I look at this card and I pick up an energy of someone who doesn't believe in themselves. I pick up an energy of somebody who's misguided. But today I'm picking up an energy off this guy of someone who just like, you're an idiot. Like, just fucking meditate. Just take some time out for your mind, and don't wake up and hop on your phone right away and then be confused as to why you're running around with like a chicken with your head cut off. This is so personal to him, and it's transferring into the connection. And he's wondering why you don't care anymore, because I'm seeing some of you guys just not even caring, but not in a malicious way, just turning into yourself, because you also have yourself to worry about and yourself to deal with. It's completely justified why you're turning your energy to yourself. And he's wondering why, and it's also throwing him off too. But if he just meditated in the morning, if he just took some time out for his mind every day, 10 minutes, it wouldn't even cost him anything. So I genuinely can't feel bad for this. I don't feel bad for a lot of things, but I really don't feel bad about this. I really feel like that's his prerogative, right? So let's have a look at the oracle energy that Spirit has for you. Yeah, just focus on yourself. Rubelite, passion and purpose. Just focus on your own divine life purpose. What are you interested in? What are your passions right now? Focus on your passions. That's all. And then also just know that your love life is ascending to new levels, and that love, new or renewed love is here for you. So this person isn't going anywhere. Like, there's still a lot of love in this connection. And I think after this time, you'll see like the love deepens in this connection. But I really think just focus on yourself, like, because they could just be like just a mess, And it's like, you wouldn't be a mess if you just took time out for yourself. This isn't even about me. This isn't even about you. It's about them. So just focus on yourself. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's near and dear to your heart. I just feel like focus on your own projects, on your own like ambitions, and just ignore this person. Like, just leave this person. Not that they're gonna be like a psycho or anything. I just feel like this person is just having things happen to them that don't need to happen to them if they just take the time out for themselves. Whatever. You'll see it though. Okay? So, how are they feeling towards the connection? The Three of Swords, I'll bet. Seven of Coins, and then the King of Swords. So, I really feel like this person is feeling triggered by you and by this connection. Or they're also realizing maybe how they trigger you. Once again, it just comes from them not being aligned with themselves. They're not aligned with themselves. They're not aligned with themselves at all. Especially not today. Right? So I feel like this person is trying to understand and analyze, like, how did I hurt them? Or, you know, what did I say that annoyed them? Or, you know, what did I, you know, and it's kind of like, if you just took the time out, sat down and reread what you wrote, or if you just somehow magically recorded what you said and re-listened to it again, you would understand why I'm upset. Or you would understand why now I've said something that's triggered you. I've done something that has triggered you. You know? I just feel like this person is, they're trying to analyze. I also feel like they're trying to take action towards you, but they're trying to take action towards you, but they know that in some way you're hurt. In some way you're bothered by something. And they're trying to understand what it is that they did. And they wouldn't have to pull out this king if they just meditated in the mornings. It is that easy. Okay, so justice. They want to bring you justice, though. They want to bring this connection justice. They want to be fair to you. They don't have any ill intention towards you. But you can have the best intentions and still constantly take action that is negative, you know, or that impacts the connection in a negative way, that eats from it, that thwarts it. And the Seven of Wands. I feel like they do want to protect you, and they want to protect this relationship. They care about it, and they care about where it's going. They do care about you. You know, they care about this relationship. They're just, I don't understand this first row. I feel like this is so, like, I know what they're saying with these cards, but I almost don't want to understand this because I think that this is dumb. Somebody read how many times I've said dumb today. How many times have I said dumb in this one reading? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Spirit's also saying, like, you'll understand why I feel this way. You'll understand why I'm portraying this message this way today, okay? When you're interacting with said person, you will understand. You'll be like, what? Like, you honestly just... Alright. So let's have some clarifiers on the King of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you said some shit to them. Alright, you kind of said some shit. And I think that whatever you said, it's really thrown them off today, you know? Because you said something and it's like, it threw them off. And I don't know what you said. I think you just kind of made an assessment. You made an assessment. You kind of opened up and spoke about something that you've been feeling. And you made an assessment about some action that they took. And they're like, wait, what? And it's thrown them off today. Like, it's kind of thrown them off like their mojo. And they're blaming you for it. You know, they're like, oh, you know, if it wasn't for you. But it's not your fault. Okay? They need to learn how to process their own emotions. Someone can fucking, you know, sit there and curse me out all day long on a bus and just sit there and point at me and curse me out on a bus. And I will go home and not even remember that happened to me. Because it doesn't matter what somebody does. You can't control what people do. You know, if it triggers you, then it's because it's opening up a wound. So it's not your fault that you said something. If you're going to blame someone that you care about for something happening to you, your mojo being thrown off today at work or being thrown off in your business, then that is your problem. That is something that you need to deal with, not you. Not like, you know, whoever's watching this. I just feel like you don't care. Like, I genuinely don't. I don't see you caring. I think that this person thinks that they triggered you, but they actually have triggered themselves. I don't think you care. I think you said your piece and you just put it on them and you left. You know? And that's why it's important to not hold on to resentment or grudges, because it's kind of like, well, that person who did that thing to you, who took that action, who did that, they need to hear about what they did. You don't need to hold on to that, okay? You need to let them know how they made you feel, whatever was that happened, and then move on. Put it back on them, throw it back on them, right? And move on. You shouldn't have to carry something that you had nothing to do with. So, Yeah. I feel like this person wants to bring this connection justice. Because I think also today, after they're done feeling like, well, what the fuck, you know? Because they have you on your mind, because once again, I think you said something, or you're going to say something. Then they're going to realize, with the Tower energy and justice, how they were being unjust, and how they were wrong. You know? But I think with the Seven of Wands energy, I think there's a little bit of defensiveness that they need to work through. That is something that they just, naturally, they get very defensive, and it's, once again, it's silly. It's silly. I think a lot of you guys who are connecting with this person or watching this, and this is somebody that you're connecting with, there's a lot of love that you have towards this person, and a lot of love that you feel in this connection. That it's almost like, why would you ever want to throw them off? You know, like, I don't know. This person's going through their own thing, and that's very personal. You're going through your own thing too, but the difference between you and them is that you're not blaming them for it. So that's why I'm on your side today. Okay, so what are they walking away from or moving towards, and how is that impacting the connection? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords reversed. I feel like this person chronically goes around and is uncertain of what they really want. They say they're certain, but they're not really certain. They're not very clear. I feel like this person does not communicate in a very clear way. They may be somebody that doesn't answer questions. They're someone who just doesn't really, like, they have trouble getting clear. You know? And you could feel like, oh, they're trying to gaslight you. They're trying to no, they're not trying to gaslight you. They're not somebody who's clear on anything. And they're realizing how much that impacts them negatively. How many opportunities they lose out on when they sit there and act like they don't know what they fucking want. You know, or they don't communicate clearly. Like, okay, if you're feeling something, someone says something to you, someone, you know, writes you a message, right? And you respond back, but you respond back about something completely different. What do you expect them to say to you? Are we not having a conversation, or are we toddlers that don't know how to have conversations yet? You're supposed to answer back what the conversation was about. And I feel like this person, they have a problem where they're not clear. And it impacts the connection. And I feel like, you know, it's good that whatever, I think something's happening today in their work or something, and they're saying, oh, it's because you said this to me and it threw me off. No, actually, it's because you need to get clear on yourself. You need to be clear. You know, they've got something going on with the devil here and the lover's energy that stops them from being precise. Okay? And that's what I think that this is. They're walking away from being imprecise, from not being clear, from, yes, Seven of Cups, from being like very like Neptunian. You know, from just being like smoke and mirrors, you know, like, and it's like, you know what? You're the one paying for being smoke and mirrors because you're the one who ultimately is confused in life. You know? The Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like they're manifesting a lot of fated things that make them realize that, hey, I have to get clear. Now, I also feel like they need to decide what they want also, so that they can have what they desire. I also feel like this time of coming out of being unclear, unprecise, being like smoke and mirrors a little bit, the time is over of that. Like, it's fated for them to move out of that. Okay, like, so no matter what, they're moving out of that. They're not going to be that way anymore. It's just not, they're done with that phase in their life. And how is this impacting the connection? It's really grounding the connection. And it's also allowing you guys to connect on an emotional level. I feel like if you're Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm hearing Gemini as well. This is also impacting your relationship, if you're in a relationship, where this person is realizing that they need to be grounded. This person's very ungrounded. They think that they're grounded, but they're not. They're not. And then with the Five of Pentacles, I think they're they're wondering, they feel shut out in the cold from you. Like they feel like sometimes you do things and it makes them feel shut out, but they're realizing how they're being unclear. They're imprecision. Like it's chronic. It's not like, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. No, it's like you chronically are unclear about certain things. They're realizing how that has shut them out and how they have lost from it. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're just kind of like over it. Like, I don't know why. I feel this vibe as someone who's just like, okay. You're like so in the hangman energy. You're just like, you know what, like, sorry. You're just like, you know what, like, I want to be happy. And like, there's just things that I want. And you're focused on your own like wish fulfillment, your own personal joy. Like you're just very focused on yourself anyways. So I don't think you're really caring. Like if this person is communicating, which I don't think they're going to communicate this to you. I think that this is something that they're dealing with intrinsically and internally. And they'll come with you with different actions. If anything, when they come to you, they'll be acting differently, right? They're not going to say, oh, I'm going to change. They're going to just change and come to you because I think they know that you're tired of that. Like I think that they know that, but there's a level of love. Like I feel like there's still a lot of love that you have for this person. You're not mad at them. You don't hate them. You're just tired of this behavior. You recognize that it's just behavior, but you're definitely recognizing that you're tired of it. They're manifesting you into their life. They're manifesting. When they are clear, then they can manifest you into their life. I feel like you have a spirit guide that protects you from energies that are confusing or people that could potentially mislead you. And so that's why this has been kind of held at bay. Or maybe some of you guys have felt a level of confusion about how this person felt towards you. That was like a spirit guide protecting you, because this person, not that they knew how they felt about you, but they just never got clear. They never were like precise about it. And now they're finally getting precise, and now like it's pulling the two of you guys closer into each other. And some of you guys, if you don't know this person yet, you will know this person because they're clearer and clearer on what they want. But before they weren't clear. The worst thing, my dad always says, and he's another one, right? But my dad always says, he has some good quotes, you know. So he always says, like, you can't, like, be careful of drivers on the road who don't know what they're doing, who seem confused, you know, because those are the ones that'll get into accidents, you know. So be careful of people who are not, you know, I'd rather be with somebody who knows that they're going to deceive me than someone who doesn't know what they want with me. Because that's a roller coaster ride. That is a roller coaster ride. So you guys have been protected. If you feel like, well, this hasn't been moving forward, or I've been single for so long, or, you know, this person is XYZ, I want to do this. This person didn't know what they wanted to do until today. So maybe it's good that it wasn't moving along, right? So what are you moving away from or moving towards? And how's that impacting the connection to Page of Swords? I feel like you're saying what is on your mind now. I think from now on, moving forward, you're going to speak your truth. You're going to be like, hey, da-da-da-da. This is how I really feel. And they really want me to turn this card over. How is that impacting the connection, the Ten of Swords reverse? I really feel like not only is this bringing you out of a hard time in the connection where you felt defeated, it's also bringing you out of a time in your life where you felt defeated. I feel like for a long time in your life, you felt chronically misunderstood because either you have had people around you who purposely just wanted to gaslight you, like your family and stuff. They purposely just like to gaslight you, you know? Like they just purposely like to do that. Just some people, they're very toxic, and their brand of toxicity, because toxicity is a brand, you know? Their brand of toxicity is denying that they're toxic. It's denying that they've done something wrong. And I think a lot of you guys have been around people in situations that have chronically gaslit you and chronically made you feel like, oh no, what you're seeing, what you're thinking isn't real. And so your reaction to that for the longest time was to just, you know, not speak the truth, not speak up when you felt like something was wrong, or not speak up when you had something to say, because you were always shot down, or you were always made to think that you were crazy or you weren't seeing things right. That somebody got in your head and warped your mind because that was their brand of being toxic. Because they never wanted to be accountable for anything that they actually did or said. And I don't think it was this person. I think it was a parent, someone who was because this is a child, right? This is the primary form of communication. So it was, and from when you're very young, somebody who just didn't want to be accountable for the things that they did. And this page is very honest, right? So this page speaks up when they see that something's wrong. They speak their truth, and and that's it. And they really don't care to dress it up and design it nice. They just speak their fucking truth and keep it pushing. Go out, play with their friends, right? And I feel like for the longest time, you have quieted this page because for so long you felt chronically and purposefully misunderstood. People worked very hard to misunderstand you, and I can completely relate to you if that's your upbringing, and that is a brand of abuse, right? Because it leads to anxiety, it leads to you not speaking up, it leads to you feeling like you're crazy. Because when you say, oh, I see this, and someone's like, no, that's not what I was doing, but you saw them fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? Then that would drive you insane. That would make you feel like, okay, so I'm bugging, especially as a kid, fuck them. So you're moving away from that, and I feel like that's also why this person is having this kind of thing go on. Because now you're bringing up like, hey, I said this and you did that. You said you'd call me, you didn't call me. Like, you're bringing stuff up, you're saying stuff now, because it's kind of like, all right, you know what, if you're not going to respect me or treat me right, like, there's lots of guys that will. There's lots of emperors in the world. I don't have to settle for you. Did you hear settle? So I feel like you're really sitting in your divine feminine energy. You really don't give a fuck, and I love it. I'm so here for it. You're moving away from not speaking your truth, girl. Hangman reverse. You're moving away from that. What is this Hangman reverse energy? The devil. You're freeing yourself from like something toxic. What is this devil energy? Eight of Wands. It's a way of continuously doing and seeing and being, right? I think that there is a deeper level of understanding that you're gaining today that's going to help you to completely walk away from this Page of Swords energy. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you debate speaking up and you're like, well, I don't know if I should. You're going to have some sort of realization today that's going to make you be like, that's why I need to speak up all the time. That's why. And with the Hangman, nothing's lost with the Hangman. Nothing's lost. But maybe it costs you a little bit of time. But nothing of real value to you is lost, right? So you're going to have an enlightenment moment where you're going to be like, that's why I need to speak up, So let's have a look at why. Okay. Why we're having this Page of this Page of Swords energy going on in your connection, or, something that you're moving towards or moving away from. It's because of the Hierophant and the Temperance. I think that a lot of you guys, this energy has gone very deep in you, like where you were very young when somebody fucking went in your head and messed your head up. And for the longest time, you had a belief system that you built a whole belief system around this Page of Swords reverse energy, which is probably led to a lot of heartbreak. You probably were taken for granted. You probably taken advantage of a lot because you never spoke up for yourself. And now you're finally healing that part of yourself. I also feel like this is healing your connection, because a lot of you guys, if you're in a commitment and there's trouble with communication, you're healing that part of your connection. And I'm hearing a lot of you guys, this is actually going to save your relationship and save your marriage. So you can thank this energy. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, communication was an issue. It was just a problem. And it was also like you just not speaking up, or you speaking up and like, because you're so wounded in that area, in that Page of Swords area, you like argue, you yell, and it's like you're not clearly and precisely getting to the point, or you mince words. And so people can misunderstand you on purpose or on accident because you minced your words. Just speak up. You're starting to speak up today. And what that's actually doing is it's bringing you out of a time of deep sadness, right? It's bringing you out of a time of feeling like a failure, feeling like a loser, feeling like, very overwhelmed with horrible things that happened to you. I feel like a lot of you guys were taken advantage of in some way, taken for a fool, conned by a friend, a family member, a group of friends, by lots of people, constantly. It was like overkill. And I think a lot of you guys had a very hard time with letting go of this. Oh my God, that makes so much sense now why when we pulled the Hanged Man, it was pointing to this energy. There is an enlightenment that you're having today that is also impacting the way you deal with your relationship now. And the way you deal with this person now, it's completely changing because of this enlightenment that you're having here, because you're speaking up now. Because you don't care anymore. You don't care if they stay or go. Because people who don't want to understand you, get the fuck out of my life. I might as well be alone, you know? Ten of Swords reversed. The Sun coming into happiness. I love that. It's impacting the connection because it's healing this connection. I think for a lot of you guys, it's healing this connection through, you know, helping you to release past horrible endings, right? You know, past betrayals. The Ten of Swords, it's like betrayal sometimes, you know? It's overwhelming energy. You're finally moving away from it because you're speaking up. People who are very toxic, they thrive. I'm telling you, evil, shame, things like that, it thrives. Like people who abuse and coerce and all that, they only have power because they do it in darkness. They do it in silence, right? When you speak up and you shine a light, they have no power. They have no power anymore. So that's why this is amazing that you're speaking up. Don't be afraid to lose anybody. Anybody that you lost, let them fucking go, alright? Kiss them and wish them well. Let them niggas go, okay? They don't need to be in your life, bitch. No, they don't. Okay, so I'm a little like, I'm up and down today. What's the energy between the two? What's just the overall energy for the day for you guys? We have the Two of Cups reversed. Okay, wow. Alright, so I feel like for a lot of you guys are not really connecting very much. You're feeling an emotional disconnect from one another. You could be fighting today. There could be some arguments or just some frustrations with your partner today. That's okay. Feeling a little separate from them. For those of you guys who are single, you could just be a little disconnected from yourself. Right? The Nine of Cups and the Justice energy. Justice will be served though, right? I wouldn't worry too much about this energy at all. Someone wants to, I get it. Someone wants to, I think this person, they want to move towards you. They like you. Nine of Cups energy, right? It's Casanova. He wants you to fill his cup though. But they're moving towards you in love, right? There's nothing, nothing. It's not that bad. But you're wanting them to be fair. You're wanting justice in this connection. So that's why there's a disconnect. One person is moving towards the other person like, hey, da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, okay, so what are you, like, I need justice. And that's why there's a disconnect, because you guys are coming from two different worlds. Oh my God. He's not understanding you and you're not understanding him. Let's have a look at why this Two of Cups energy is reversed. Seven of Wands. One person, if not both people, feel the need to defend and protect themselves. There's a need to stand your ground. Stay on your level. You know, not come down from where you feel like you are. Meditation is your friend. I keep hearing meditation is your friend. Alright? It's your friend today. It's always been your friend, but today please meditate. Alright? I really feel like for you, you're in a great space emotionally, but I think when you meditate, it'll help you tune into your emotions more today so that you're not so wrapped up in what's going on with this person and you won't even really be thinking about it. And that's why I say that, because what's underneath when you meditate, I think it's really positive what you'll feel, what you'll find. You won't feel like you're bringing up old nasty memories or nasty thoughts. You'll feel really good about what you're thinking and what you're feeling. But first you have to clear through like the cobwebs, you know? I think with this person though, they're really processing some of their toxic behaviors. I think that they have ways of being that can be a little toxic. And it's not toxic in the sense that they're trying to take advantage. It's toxic in the sense that sometimes they don't know what they want and they'll still take action, but they don't know what they want. And they need to stop that. That phase is over in their life. And I think a lot of you guys are realizing your value and you're realizing that you don't deserve to live like that. You don't deserve to be in a connection like that. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Check the description bar down below. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.